Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Respectfully the podcast. I got one of my bros here today, one of my day zeros from the soil, my guy. Let me bring him out real quick. My man is living through identity, purpose, and legacy. He's a follower of Yeshua, Jesus Christ, founder of Tetra Apparel, which is not a brand, but a reminder. He's built different, I must say. I've been knowing him since a kid. A childhood friend from Omaha, Nebraska, currently living in Sacramento, California. Ladies and gentlemen, my boy Shevish Johnson. Welcome to the show, bro. Before we get started, I need to catch up with my boy. How is Sacramento? How life been for you out there?
Oh man, Sacramento's cool, man. If you know me, I don't really do a whole lot, so it's hanging out with the family, it's work, you know, church and stuff like that, man. Uh, but Sacramento's cool, man. It's kind of like a bigger version of Omaha, but
Yeah.
it's just a lot more diverse. You know, with us, we
Okay.
have maybe three or four ethnicities that we would bump into, and really it's kind of segregated everybody in different spaces. Around here, man, you got four, five, six ethnicities on one block. So, you know,
Wow. Yeah.
it's hot out here. It's one of the most diverse cities in the United States, man. So it's good, you know what I'm saying? It's good raising my kids up in this environment. You know, California got its own stuff that, is
Right, right.
a little out of bounds. But hey, as a whole, man, it's cool, man. It's been good.
It's a lot of restrictions in California. When you signing them applications and all that, it's always if you reside in the state of California, a
Yeah.
lot of restrictions out there.
Uh-huh. Because
Hey, so let me
these taxes be so high out here, man. People are like, I ain't trying to deal with California.
I can imagine, man. So shout out to you for moving out there and being successful. How long you been out there now?
I've been out here since 2014, man. So what, 12 years now?
Wow. That's what's up, man. I gotta get out there too, man. I know I've been saying that. I definitely want to come visit.
Yes, sir. Got to do that, man.
So look, man, the people that don't know, me and my boy, we grew up in the neighborhood together. We from the J block, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. And so we rode around listening to guys like Sibo, Brother Lynch Hung, just to name a few. A lot of the West Coast rap culture was Omaha was influenced by. I gotta ask you, bro, have you seen any of those blocks, Double O Deuce 4 block with Brother Lynch or Garden Block? I gotta know, but I gotta ask you this. I'm a fan.
Yeah, man. You know, man, it's crazy, man. I definitely been there. It ain't actually too far from where I live, man. We live
Oh
on
yeah?
we live on the south side of Sacramento, man. The locals, some out here call it South Sac, Iraq, you know. But
Oh, what?
yeah. So we over in the south, man, and it's pretty close to like the Meadowview area, which is where Garden Block is over there at Deuce 4 and Deuce 9. Um, I've driven
Wow.
through a couple times, specifically when I first moved over here. You know, because yeah, like you said, that's what we grew up on. You know, Lynch was one of my favorites of all time. You know,
Lynch is man,
so
that boy was
yeah,
nasty.
for real. So, that was my introduction to Sacramento. You know, getting here, it was almost like when I first went to LA and found out that everything that I thought LA was, because of what society and social media and TV and all that stuff showed me, it ain't really
Right.
what it is anymore. It was the same thing when I
Mm.
got to Sacramento, man. I'm expecting to see what I kept hearing growing up. It's totally
Right.
different. Now, we still got our issues out here. It's still violent
Yeah.
stuff, but like it was like night and day versus what I thought I was gonna see to what
Mm.
I saw when I got here, man. So it's cool though.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And I can imagine too, because right, we poisoning ourselves. We coming up, listening to all the gang activity, and that's kind of only that was our tunnel vision at the time. So you probably got out there, saw you was gonna see, thought you would see a gangster on every single corner or something.
Yeah. Exactly, man. I get out here and I'm learning like people ain't out here on the block like that no more.
Yeah, yeah,
It's especially when you think about Omaha. Like, when I
yeah.
left Omaha, I was a gang specialist for like what 3, almost 4 years or whatever.
Mm.
And so coming from that to here, I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be even more violence out here. It's Sacramento, like,
Right.
and it was almost like, what are y'all doing back there? Like, y'all still stuck on what we was doing back in the '90s. Like, we ain't even on that no more. So again,
Right. Right.
it moved totally different than what we grew up on, thinking that they were moving on.
That's good to hear, man. Kudos to you, bro. I know you've been doing a lot. You always been a guy about the community,
Yes,
loving on the people, loving on the children, man. So I give you your flowers, Chef. You was one of the first in our crew to find Christ. We was young, and that set you apart. You was mature than us. You was focused, and you still didn't judge us, and you was still hanging with the homies. One of the first to take the word to what you say. I take the word to the curb with the Bloods and Crips. You was one of the first, bro, and I gotta give you your flowers, man. Always. When I found God, everything. I started to get my revelation. Like, dang, okay, Chev was light years ahead of us. You know what I'm saying? So
man.
shout out to you, bro. What's your day-to-day life like out there in Sacramento? What you
Yeah,
doing now?
man, like I said, man, I work most of the time. So I work for one of the biggest hospital systems in California, and
Mm.
I do violence intervention, community violence intervention. So when individuals get shot, stabbed, or assaulted, I work with them, meet them at bedside, build rapport with them, and then they can be a part of our program
Mm.
for up to a year after they discharge from the hospital, and just providing mentoring, coming alongside them, helping them get community resources, get back on their feet, get mental health support, find jobs, get back in school, whatever it is. Like, you know me, I'm literally, like I tell everybody all the time, I literally get up and just live life. I've been doing this,
Man.
for the
Yeah.
last, I don't know, 20 something years. This is just,
Wow.
this is what God has purposed me to, man. And I've been blessed to be able to get put in different positions to where I'm always seem to be doing the same thing that I've been purposed for. So it's a blessing,
Man.
man.
And I want to say something to the youth, man. This is what success look like. When you wake up and doing something you love to do. This man been doing this for 15, 20 plus years. And I've known him since a kid. This is what he loves to do. That's what success looks like. They say it's not work if it's something you like to do. It doesn't feel like work. So again, shout out to you, bro. You out there, you staying out the way, and you walking in purpose, man. So I'm proud of you, bro, as always.
Appreciate you, man. As always, man. I appreciate you. I love seeing your movement, man. Like you said, we from the same block. We from the same, like we literally hung out with each other almost every day. So,
Yeah, yeah.
activities we was into, man. And so just seeing you as a mature man, father, husband, like just
Yes, sir.
moving out the city, not getting trapped in that cesspool, man, but getting out
Right.
and doing your own, man. Man, it's just a blessing. And then even you, like, I'm not as connected to Omaha and stuff as I used to be anything, but like you still connected. Like, I ain't gone
Yeah.
nowhere. Yeah, I'm in the faith now. Yeah, I'm maturing and everything, but I'm still reaching back in my different ways.
Yes,
So,
sir.
it's always
Yes,
good to
sir.
see that, man. One like the word says, one plants, one sows, and God's gonna get an increase, man. So we all doing our job.
Man, I appreciate it, bro. And you know me, man. I use the platform just for that to show kids back home. We from those streets, man. You could be different. It's light on this side of the on this side of the fence, man. So I move in purpose just like you, bro. So again, God is good, right? Testimony.
Sure.
So, bro, give us the definition of Tetra and explain what you mean when you says it's not a brand, but a reminder.
Yeah, man. So simply, man, Tetra. Um, as you see these letters going across my chest, uh, that's the letters for Yahweh. Most people see it as God in the Bible, but the Hebrew term is Yahweh. That's his official name, and those are the letters of the Tetragrammaton. And so I just
Mm.
shortened it down to Tetra, and then 127 is the verse for Genesis 127, just saying that He created us in His image and His likeness, and told us to go out there and just conquer the earth. We're supposed to
Yeah.
be His will conquering the earth, just like He's the king in heaven. We're supposed to be the kings and queens on earth and
Yeah.
doing the stuff that He's put us on earth to do, man. So that's what it's all about, man. It's not just a brand. It, of course, it is a brand. It's clothing, it's
Yeah.
hats, it's shirts, and all that. But really, it is a reminder. Like when you
Mm.
see this, you're supposed to be reminded that you are created in the image and likeness of God. You have
Mm.
purpose. You have
Come on.
identity. You have value. Like nothing in this world can give you value because you were born with it. You were created with it.
Right.
And
Mm.
it's our job to figure out. Okay, now that I have the identity, now I know who I am. Now I got to figure out what is my purpose. What did God put me on earth to do? And then once I figure that out, bam, now I can work towards leaving a legacy. Because one day I'm gonna be gone, and I don't care how famous I am. My name is not gonna live forever. But what I leave
Facts.
behind will. what I teach my kids will. The
Yes, sir.
businesses that I build will. The legacy lives on forever. You know what I'm saying? So those are the type of things that I strive for, and that's what Tetra stands on.
That's what's up, bro. Dropping them gems, man. I love it, bro. I love it. You was always creative, Chev, and an artist first. I know you, real slick wordplay. You always kind of correct me if I'm wrong. You was like a Nas back in the days. Nas one of you looked up to Nas when we was young rapping and stuff?
Not really, man. I really didn't even get into East Coast at all, really, man. So like
Mm.
I wasn't into Nas, Biggie, Jay-Z, none of them, man. I was strictly West Coast, and some
Right,
down
right.
south MJG 8 ball, you know what I'm saying, something like that,
Right.
UGK, but for the most part, man, it was just strictly West Coast.
Got you, got you. So do you have a church home in Sacramento, bro?
Yeah, yeah. Right now, me and my wife, we've been at a church called Redeemer Bible Church. So we've been out there.
Okay.
It's in a partner city called Elk Grove, not too far from our house though. But we've been there for like 2 years now. Got a
Okay.
home ministry that we're a part of and everything. We're going to what we call lead school. So basically, it just takes you through how to study the Bible, how to teach it to other people, that type stuff. One of our pastors, he was like a professor in school, so he would have these like professor level classes and stuff that he would take us through on Saturdays, and then they decided, hey, let's go ahead and make a whole school out of this for our whole entire congregation. Because right now we're
Mm-hmm.
actually looking at branching out because we getting so big and we want to move out,
Mm.
push the gospel in other areas of the city. And so we're like, okay, how can we equip everybody that's in the body to where when we do make this branch out, that it's just not like, oh well, I just go to church every day, but I don't know how to make this work in real life. No,
Right.
you know how to walk it out, and you know how to show other people how to walk it out. So that's what we go through lead school for right now too. And we've been there for, gosh, it's been over a year now, and so we probably got about 6 months more before we finish out that process, and then we'll look towards branching out as well.
That's what's up, bro. Shout out your church. What's the name of it again?
Redeemer Bible Church.
Redeeming Bible Church.
Yeah, Redeemer.
Redeemer. Oh, okay. That's what's up, fam. So let me ask you, who was your favorite individual in biblical terms? In the biblical times, I'm sorry.
Man. I don't. It's too many, man. I'm gonna probably have to go with Joseph. I think
Joseph.
Joseph, yeah. If you can ask me in 5 minutes, it'll probably change. I love
Huh.
Moses. I love Isaiah. I love Daniel. But Joseph, man, Joseph was so unique, man, because, he was one of 12 brothers and he happened to
Mm.
be a favorite. And so dad kind of treated him a little different than he treated the other sons, mostly because of who his mom was. He had his dad Jacob had kids by other women and stuff. But Joseph's mom was like, one, like, this is my babe. Like, and so
Mm.
Joseph ended up being like the favorite too. Of course, he was more obedient than some of the other brothers too. But when it came down to it, man, his brothers turned their backs on him. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
Dead. They put him into slavery, sold him off to the warring tribes. He went down to
Man.
Egypt, and every step along the way, man, God was with him. He went to
Right.
prison. God was with him. He got out. He
Yeah.
was in Potiphar's house. Potiphar's wife tried to come on to him, and he had integrity and ran from her. And then she tried to say he tried to
Uh,
rape her. And then he get back and he's in jail. And it's like, dang, like he doing everything right though.
right. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
Situations, and God is with him, even in jail. All of a sudden, he's running to prison. How does an
Mm.
inmate run to prison? Okay, then
Right.
all of a sudden he gets back out, and now he's the next man to Pharaoh, like second in charge. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And he's running all of Egypt, man. So just like no matter what we've been through, God is there in every situation. We got to be listening and we got to continue to follow him. We can't sit here and be like, man, my life is jacked up. Forget it. I'm going to just do what I want to do now. No, we got to
Right.
stay obedient. We got to
Yes,
trust
sir.
God because it's going to come. It's always cliche stuff, and they be like, God might not come when you want, but he's always on time. Man, the cliche,
Yeah.
man, it's true, though. It's true.
Yes, sir. That's what's up. Yeah, and the way Joseph was rewarded at the end, like you saying, being next to Pharaoh and then giving his brothers grace,
Man, that too.
at the end.
That part.
Woo!
That
Yeah,
part,
that's a
man.
nice.
I identify with that so much, man, because as you know, when I left the block, man, I didn't get all, hand claps
Yeah.
and hugs. I
Yeah.
got a lot of them. Now, I ain't trying to act like I didn't get some, but there was still a lot of kind of side eyeing me. And then when I became
Mm-hmm.
a gang specialist, and I got to work with the gang unit and the police
Yeah.
department, I really got some side eye, some death threats, and
Yeah.
and
Wow.
we grew up together. Like
You got
how
death
did you
threats, bro?
yeah, man. Like, yeah. So, and I was like, bro, how do we get to this point? Especially because the way I went about it, particularly with the police department thing is when I first got hired for the job, I was sitting down with people like, look, this is what I'm about to be doing. This is my job.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't really nothing different than what I've been doing, but it is in
Right.
partnership with the police department. So, just to let that be known, if you feel like, well, I don't want to be seen with you no more, this, that, and the other is cool. Everybody was like, oh, that's good, man. You giving back to the community, man. You got to save these kids. And everybody was on
Yeah.
board. So to get the
Yeah.
phone call one day, hey, man, I was just with the homies and this was what was being said. I was like, that ain't like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
I
also had,
heard that too.
but I also had homies come back to me and apologize to like just kind of like what you said earlier, like when you left, I had beef with the things that you was doing because I felt like you were being like a pastor's punk or just, you get religion, you get soft, whatever. There was like,
Mm-hmm.
now I understand. I see what you saw 10, 12 years ago. I see that now.
Mm-hmm.
So I got apologies too, man. So just
Yeah.
like Joseph, it's the same thing, man. Everything comes back full circle, and it's out of my hands. What some people meant for bad for me, God meant for my good. So and for the better.
100%. 100%, man. Yeah, and I remember hearing that noise too. And, thank God I'm down here. I don't know how I would have reacted in Omaha, right? Because we all from that village. But I just say, thank God I left early so I was able to grow and outgrow that mentality and that mindset. And so, when I heard it off the rip, I was just like, man, Chef, that's my guy. I don't care. Whatever he doing, that's my dog. That's my brother. You know what I mean? So whatever he doing, I know it's in good faith, good spirit, and good works. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you get involved in, it couldn't be foul. And so whether we're in the streets or not, even if I was still in the streets, I would have felt the same way. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you at the core. Same with the other homie that's, police out there. When I heard he was a cop, I'm like, okay, that was kind of his he was kind of set up. His parents was police,
Yeah,
and he and I spoke, and I was like, that's crazy how we used to do drive-bys and be in these cars together doing this, and now you a whole real police officer. But again, bro, I just kudos to you, bro, for staying resilient and not letting it ruin your character and taking it personal because God gives us that understanding to say, you know what, I can understand how you don't understand. You know what I mean? And so you know how the homies mentality is back home and all that, bro. But no, when I heard it off the rip, I was like, whatever bro a part of, I'm gonna support him because I know him at the court. I know he a great guy. You know what I mean? 100%.
yeah. And you know what, too, man? It's funny too because I can't remember what song it was. Dang, I think it was after Bird had got killed or something. But one of your
Oh
songs, he was like,
yeah,
somebody
yeah. What
tell
I
me
say?
that couldn't have been my homie Chef. It's like, no, that couldn't.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm like, see, my guy understand. He
Yes,
understand
sir.
what it's with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate that though, for real. I appreciate that.
For sure, bro. We locked in, bro. You go check on my mom, man. You used to go check on my
Yeah,
mom. You know what I'm saying? We got that
yeah,
type of love, man. And again,
so,
we forgive those that hasn't grown and we can understand that
yeah,
they don't understand yet. And I constantly have to do that when I go home. When I get there, I have to remember where I'm at. You know what I mean? At our age, we grown now, so it's a little different. But you still got people that think on that level. And God give me that strength. You don't take nothing personal. I'm so cool when I go home, bro. Cats be looking at me weird because I'm out there like when we went home for Omaha Day, and I got in the parade. But literally, I sent out a text message before we left. I said, "Hey, bro, any of y'all want to be in the parade? Let me know. I just want to give back because I've been going from the city, and I'm about the community too. So,
yeah,
Precious and Dre had the thing going on, and I saw a message on Facebook, and I just simply went in like, yeah, I want to come help out and help and give back. And so I met up with Precious and shout out to Carl Tibbs. Dre and them. And so I just met up with them, and then dude and them had all the whips out there, and I just ended up jumping in a parade driving one of dude cars. And some of the homies saw me and didn't understand, and it was all type of speculation. And I'm like, bro, y'all, so when you do it good, man, and things get twisted. But again, I love all the homies, man. I don't care how long we don't talk. I have no ill will against nobody. Life is too short, man. Anybody that's wronged me, I forgive them. And anybody I've wronged, I've asked for forgiveness, publicly and privately.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro, you've been doing your thing, Chef. Salute to you, fam.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Yep. So what you listening to these days, Chev? Gospel rappers? Are you any podcasts or anything?
Man, I'm gonna be quite honest, man. I don't even really listen to a whole lot of music. I listen to a lot of my old music, but I mean
Okay.
that's about it. Every
Yeah.
now and then I'll listen to I really like Bizzle. Bizzle's like
You know.
he probably one of the most fire Christian rappers I can think of right now,
He
man.
up there. He in Sacramento or he up there,
I
right?
think he's in Oakland. I think he's in Oakland in the Bay.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's like 2 hours
Okay.
away, whatever. But yeah, so he pretty
Okay.
close. Other than that, man, I don't really, like I said, I don't really listen to music. Every now and then, I check out what's going on and stuff, but I don't listen to
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
I'm really on listening to teachings. I watch
Right.
a lot of debates. I'm in apologetics, so I'm always listening to debates.
Okay.
Debates against Islam, against rabbinic Judaism. Sometimes,
Yeah.
inner stuff within Christianity. Do you believe in the Antichrist? Are you dispensationalist, or are you
Right.
amillennialist? All that type stuff, man. So I get into a lot of them type discussions and studies and stuff, man. That's really what I do. Roll around listening to that.
That's what's up. I love to learn too, so I be listening to some podcasts and still seeing what's going on with the culture. But I myself be trying to dibble dabble a little into politics. My in-laws, they real big on listening to politics and just getting knowing about what's going on with Trump and the government and economy. So
Yep.
yeah, we've been tapping into that as well. So what would you have to say, Chef, to we from Omaha, man. There's a lot of young men out there that's lost. Even some guys our age still out there lost and that's gonna watch this podcast, man. What's the message you like to give to them?
Man, the only message I can give to you, man, is number one, man, find Christ. Like without Christ in your life, man, like I don't really have another answer for you, man. It all like seriously, and I
Yeah, yeah.
respect everybody, if you're not from the faith, if you an
Respectfully.
atheist, like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to tell you, man, I done seen it too much in my life, man. I know what my
Yeah.
life was like before Christ. I know what my life
Mhm.
is now, man. Like it's too much proof, it's too much evidence, not even sitting down and just reading the text. That's a whole other bit of evidence. But my life, like I'm the
Yeah.
living proof of it, man. So I ain't even
Yes,
supposed
sir.
to be here, man. I should have been dead
Right.
a very long time ago. And by the grace of
Mhm.
God, I'm still here, man. So that's the most important thing I can tell you. And along with that, like I said, those pillars, man, identity, finding out who you are, purpose, finding out what you're here for, and legacy.
Mhm.
What are you gonna leave behind? Because your money, how many women you had, or for the women, how many guys you had, or the buff dudes you had, all that stuff. None of that stuff's gonna be here when you gone. It's gonna go to the
Yes.
next person. It's gonna
Mm.
go to the next generation. Hopefully, you set the generation up and the next generation up. A wise man leaves a wealth of inheritance
Inheritance.
to his
Yes,
kids'
sir.
kids.
Yes,
That's,
sir.
that's what we gotta be on, man. We can't be on. Oh, I gotta get the new Nikes. I gotta get these new
Right.
rims. Like that's how we grew up. But
Yeah,
we
yeah.
but we gotta grow up now. And now we gotta start investing toward the future. If we happen to get it while we live, cool. But if not, we gotta have our seeds set up, man. And they gotta
Hmm.
possess the gates of our enemies.
I love it, man. Appreciate that, fam. That was well said, fam. Before we wrap it up, man, the podcast called Respectfully, man. How has respect served you well in life with yourself and for others?
Man, respect is everything, man, because um, I wouldn't even be in the position I'm in right now. The hierarchy, the trajectory that I've taken professionally, my very first, I'll say, professional job was working as a middle school site director. I worked at Monroe Middle School. I had about
Mm.
100 kids in my program. I had about 17 staff members. I worked under the city. And the only reason why I got that position, outside of obviously God's grace. But the reason why I got that position is because of my football coach. Now, when I was
Mm.
in high school, I was as much of an idiot as everybody else was. But I
Yeah.
love sports, and my math teacher, which actually happened to end up being my football coach's wife later on down the line, but my
Mm.
math teacher and him always got the utmost respect out of me. And my dad used to work at the TAC building as a security guard. And so after I
Mm-hmm.
did my interview and stuff, man, my dad was like, look, he was like, I couldn't tell you until you actually got hired. But when I ran into him, he was like, President Obama could have came in here and you still would have got the job. That's off a
Yeah.
relationship. You can't
Yes, sir.
burn them bridges, man. You gotta be respectful, man. So
Come on,
respect is
man.
everything, man. You can make a lot of stuff up with respect. You ain't gotta be the smartest. You ain't gotta be the most handsome or beautiful. You ain't got the
Mm.
most charisma. If you show respect
Mm.
and work ethic, man, the
Yes,
rest
sir.
take care of itself.
Man, dropping them gems. Come on, man. And so yeah, leaving with that, man, relationships. Y'all heard what he said, man, and I want to share that as well in life. Now, one thing life has really taught me is valuing and fostering relationships. Like he said, based on a relationship, who you know, have you working in the White House. Have you working where you want to work, So again, man, we just encouraging people to do the right thing, try to do the right thing, get your life right, find Christ, and be respectful to everyone, respectfully. So look, bro, I appreciate you, man, tapping in, man. Love you, bro. Keep doing your thing, man.
Love you too, man. And I would be remiss too if I didn't say, man, like part of this growth is making sure that we can get through some traumas and stuff. Because
Yes,
all of
sir.
us are dealing with some kind of trauma. And even as a grown man, I have to realize that there's traumas that I haven't necessarily dealt with. And so
Yep.
one of the things that I do is in supporting my wife, she has a group called the Safe Zone. And that's all we deal with is trauma. And she's a prolific
Mm.
writer, she's an author, and she helps us with writing prompts on how to address some of these issues that we might not even be thinking about. And then we
Yeah.
address them, we talk about them. Sometimes we cry with each other, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're
Yes,
vulnerable with
sir.
each other, man. And it's a safe space for you to just come land and just grow with other people who are trying to grow. So I always say that, man. So if anybody's interested, man, Safe Zone through Rockford Restored. And yeah, another beautiful opportunity for you to just grow as a person.
Where can the people follow you at, man? What's your social media handles?
Oh yeah, I follow me on all social media, Tetra127 Apparel, whether it's IG, I guess I'm on X and TikTok, YouTube. I just now started uploading videos and stuff to YouTube and everything. But mostly, man, you can find me on IG. I'm there all the time. And yeah, come support the brand, Tetra127apparel.com. If you want to shop any of the brand, and there's always stuff coming out new. So yeah, just tap in with me.
That's what's up. God bless, bro. Keep doing your thing, bro. We'll talk soon, my guy.
Yes, sir. Love you, bro. God bless you.
I love you too. Love you too, bro.